turn into a bobblehead meme for sure. There's no fade out button in StreamYard, so music's gone. Bye-bye.
You have to make a stream, make a fade out version of it.
I do need to make a fade out 1 minute version. Lane, you're just giving me more work to do.
Of course, that's what I'm here for. I'm also
Lane,
doxing your pay because you were late. So, yeah.
What?
I'm in charge. Uh-oh.
Anyways, just a quick reminder before we get into the show. Of course, this is Jacob Moore, Clean Sports Analyst, joined by Mr. Lane Dashing Dashko. Key with the perfect cowboy hat for a big game coming up tomorrow.
Chazzy, this is for you. This is for the good old taunt.
And Mr. Moore for your money. Dan's mic is not on, but he said, woo. There we go. And
holy cow!
Community reminder. Here on the island, we keep it football first. Good vibes only. We want everyone to in my brain. We want everyone to enjoy the game talk, debates, and laughs. But let's be real clear. No hate speech, no personal attacks, no disrespect of any kind unless it's me towards my brother. I kid. Bring your passion, rep your team, keep it fun and respectful. We're all here because we love the game. Let's keep the island a safe, welcoming space for all fans.
100%.
Just as a
one love. Boom, 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 boom.
But what a game.
Wow.
I will say, if you are looking to kick off Labor Day weekend.
Why I say 5 people?
That was the way to do it.
That was the way to do it. Dan is already confused by the back end of StreamYard, which I love. But that is the way to kick it off. And I think Winnipeg's almost got to be frustrated because in a lot of ways they played their best game of the year.
Oh, for sure.
However, in my opinion, this was that Collaros kind of summed up his season.
No.
He had some great moments.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, oh, come on? He had some terrible moments.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
Well,
he did. He got sacked 5 times.
Yeah, I got this line
sacked. So, according to Mr. Moore, for your money, you, as a quarterback, your goal was to be sacked.
No, but his defensive line wasn't very good.
They have the best defensive line.
I actually didn't realize this part of the conversation would start this early. I want to do an early gas or ass because it's related to this.
Whoa, okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, gas or ass. Being trapped easily into sacks is an existing weakness, although it's not talked about. Being able to be tricked into sacks is very much a weakness, and Zach Collaros has it bad.
That's gas. He cannot read a blitz. He really struggles at reading blitzes this season.
That's a gas.
Dad, let's hear your ass. I'm sure it's ass, and I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm going to say ass. I mean, I think it really depends on your O-line. I think your O-line has some responsibility and credibility.
They do, Dan, but it's not like the sacks were the O-line giving them no time. Collaros had time all game. No, and even the odd time he didn't, you look at the last sack, you could see that blitz coming from a mile away. Collaros had time on the play clock and didn't call an audible.
Okay, last one was pretty bad. Yeah,
it's not on your offensive line. They're running the play. When there are 8 guys rushing and you have 5 guys in protection, plus burgers and fries, mind you, but that's not enough to cover everyone. So Collaros needs to either A, add in some more protection, or B, change the route for a quick hot route where he can just set hut and get rid of it.
Well, I think the other thing that could have avoided the sacks was I think they did not. I don't think it's his fault, but I don't think they used Brady Oliveira enough at all. And
I think it's partially his fault. I think they're not using Oliveira after that fumble, which was a turning point in that game.
Okay, well, since we're on this topic, I have a gas or ass.
Oh, everyone just got
all right.
Actually, I just called a gas because I had to burp and wanted my mic to be muted. No, that actually didn't happen. But anyway, here's the gas or ass. Gasalas, after tonight's performance and the lack of use of Brady Oliveira this season besides the last game, will Brady Oliveira be a Blue Bomber next season? Gasalas.
I'm going to say Gas that he won't be.
Okay.
Brady Oliveira tonight had 5 carries for 24 yards and a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And in the receiving game, he had 5 catches for 30 yards. Winnipeg is not built to win this way. Like, yeah, Collaros did go 326, 3 TDs and a pick, but before Dan, you go blah, 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 the pick literally cost them the game.
Oh, I know it did for sure.
Like, that ball just hung up so long. But to answer your question, I think there is a strong probability Brady Oliveira leaves his hometown.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm going to throw this out this year to make it even crazier. The Argos do not keep Chad Kelly. They sign Nick Arbuckle with the leftover money. They bring in Brady Oliveira and fix the running game. Desmond the Moon there.
Okay.
Look, I'm even smiling like pinball.
I said Gas. I said Gas to both.
Okay, I was gonna say Gas that he won't be a Blue Bomber, but I was gonna say I'm actually thinking he's gonna be a BC Lion. Nathan O'Rourke is he's loving his wide receivers. They're gonna be fine with Rourke being able to just hand it off to whoever, I think.
You think they're gonna get rid of Butler though?
You already have James Butler.
Yeah.
I would keep Butler.
And Butler right now is the best running back in the CFL. Him and Mills are kind of the top 2.
Well, but aren't they nowhere near on like the same paying spectrum? Because
Butler we're definitely going to raise next year.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people thought Butler's career was done.
So you don't think they could afford Butler and Oliveira?
No, not with York's salary.
No, with Rourke, because Rourke's the highest paid quarterback in the CFL, right? So the money's got to come somewhere. Yeah. That's why I think Toronto moving on from Chad Kelly, sorry, Dan, but moving on from Chad Kelly and bringing in Oliveira would actually fix a lot of the problems in wherever they are. Toronto.
Here's my answer. As crazy as tonight's game was, I don't think we will know until next week. Next week,
that's not a good answer.
Let me finish. Next week, I think it's the last hope for Winnipeg. If Winnipeg does not win the Banjo Bowl, I think we can officially say its dynasty is done.
I wouldn't, because they'll still make the playoffs.
Yeah, but we're not going to have the same dominance. We're not going to have home field.
Honestly, Dan, the dynasty to me isn't done until they lose in the playoffs.
That's my opinion.
Well, do you know what, Dan?
What?
You know what?
What?
Do you know?
No, I don't know. I keep asking what.
Is the duck coming out?
You're wrong.
Okay.
I found a gift generator online, and it makes me very happy.
Who is this guy?
I have no idea.
And what's the relevance of him?
He just says you're wrong.
Okay, you're wrong too.
No, you're the one who's wrong, you cutie patootie. But back to the game itself, I think Saskatchewan, although they won, I still think there are some concerns with Trevor Harris. I thought this is back-to-back week starts. I mean, I get it was enough because, well, let's just be honest. This game was really won by the Riders' defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be very curious to see. And Dan, no, you're wrong. But thank you for adding that into the comment section. But no, I'm just looking at this, and I just think if you're...
I don't have the ability of putting random gifts on the screen.
You actually do. You just don't.
Oh, wait, I do. Let's find one. Ooh.
But I'm the one that controls if it actually gets shown.
Oh.
But you're looking here for a Trevor Harris, 17 for 27, 219, and a touchdown. Now, he hit some deep plays when he needed it.
I was shocked.
But the bigger difference was your running game. AJ Ouellette, 18 carries, 89 yards, and a TD. And big surprise from Mario Anderson, 3 carries, 34 yards, 2 TDs.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he had a good one.
You ran, and Tommy Stevens, of course, 2 carries, 10 yards. Like, when your short yardage guy could get you 5 yards per carry.
Crazy.
And I will say again for Saskatchewan, in the air, they'll see you there.
I hear.
Oh, they did a really good job of spreading the love out. Like Tommy Neal 86 yards. DeHonte Myers, 52. Keyshawn Johnson, 45. Robustelli, 20. And a Joe in his first game back, only 8 yards, but one of them was a touchdown.
So we got the prop swung on a lot of them because Trevor Harris did not hit 250 yards. I'm shocked. I thought for sure he would have to hit 250 in order to win the game. Now, Brady Oliveira did not hit 75. Zach Collaros did get 2 touchdowns.
He had 3.
Dante Myers, did he hit 70? I don't know.
Nope.
Didn't think
52.
So wow, interesting.
Close.
And it was over the points, too. I thought it was going to be under 49 points. It was way over with 64. I thought it was going to be a tighter defensive game. It was definitely a shootout. So crazy to think we got a shootout without Trevor Harris hitting 250 yards.
Yeah, that's a
shows you how crazy a CFL game can be.
But now we take a look at the standings here, and I'll make these a little bigger because I know then Dan won't be eating the screen.
I was like, I can't read that.
Oh, Lane can't. Lane, I thought you had good eyes.
I have to by full screen now. I can.
But we look here. We have Saskatchewan now moving up to a commanding lead of first in the West for now. But if Calgary wins tomorrow, and then Calgary's right on their tail. But Winnipeg with this loss, I think getting first in the West is probably out of reach.
I would say so. Yeah.
You're now.
I'll give them one more week.
I think you only play Saskatchewan one more time in the Banjo Bowl. I think that's it.
That's why I said next week's the key.
So this is a tough one for Winnipeg because you know what? I do want to say I actually feel they did a lot of things right. I thought the offense found ways to, even when they were struggling, they found ways to flip the field. The defense were able to create some key moments. Brett Lothar continues to struggle for Saskatchewan, which made this game a little more interesting. But the turning point for me, and then we'll get into our player of the game, but the turning point for me in this game was when Trevor Harris had that fumble when he just ran into his own player. And then Winnipeg started first and goal at the 5, and they only got a field goal. And you really felt that whole stadium really feeling like, hey, we're going to win this game.
Because Winnipeg could have been up by 2 or 2 touchdowns early. If they had the lead at that point, I mean, that's Saskatchewan call back in. But quickly, I got another gas to ask just for why not?
I missed the memo tonight.
This game we just witnessed, was it the best game of the year?
No. Ass.
It was good, but there was way better. And
I would say ass too. I think it was up there as one of the best of the year, but what?
I think you ask your own guess.
I think the game
100%.
I think the game the Streaker Island podcast went to was one of the games of the year.
That's what I was going to say. That's my game of the year. The one in Hamilton versus BC. That was my game of the year. I know it wasn't the outcome you wanted, but
was Nick Arbuckle lighting up BC with 430
yards.
Well,
as an Argo fan, sure, but it wasn't the best game of the year.
It was for me.
Yeah, for you. But I'm saying I take off the Argo binders and stop drinking the Argo Kool-Aid. What's the best game of the year? I say BC.
I'm only drinking water right now. Jeez. Damn.
Dude.
The word is so cold. I'm glad I brought these skis.
But Dan, I need to know what sauce did you tell the waitress to put on those ribs? Because man, I've been hating on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers all year, and then I meet up with you for ribs, and now I was backing up Zach Collaros, and I was right to doubt him, but just put some. Good thing Jacob didn't come for those ribs either. We both would have been like drinking the Kool-Aid for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Well, mind you, I'm going to say this. If Brady Oliveira has a more effective game, do you think Winnipeg could win this?
Oh, 100%.
That fumble from Oliveira was another turning point. I think that's the big thing. When Winnipeg made mistakes, Saskatchewan capitalized. When Saskatchewan made mistakes, Winnipeg did. Key, I thought you were about to like flick your leg up and kick the camera from there. It's like first we talked about Dan wanting to show us his feet, which I got some messages from the Streakers Island text line, which is also a website, saying where they're very happy I did not let Dan put his feet on the broadcast.
I wasn't happy. I wanted to see that.
$20 is $20, Mr. Dasco.
Anyways, but you're looking at this here, and Winnipeg could still make the playoffs 100%. But with this loss now, everything becomes more tricky because if Edmonton wins tomorrow, well, they're right behind them. If Calgary wins tomorrow, that's going to make it pretty hard for Winnipeg to get home field. Because I'm going to say this too, I think Winnipeg will be a very different team in the playoffs if they got to play on the road up until the Grey Cup, if they can get that far. Because Winnipeg at home, they're the loudest stadium in the league. Although I think Saskatchewan was trying to get them a run for their money on that. Dan, get off your cell phone.
Well, I don't know how quick you can do it live, but I just got an update from WIC, a CFL Fights Cancer. They had a viewing party in Hamilton, which if my foot was not hopeful, I would have attended. And I just want to give an update of how day 3 went up the walk. They walked all through Barrington, and now they are in Hamilton on Woodwork Avenue. I think I said that right. And then from there, they want to walk tomorrow to Barton to the stadium. So they just got some cool pictures of the vibe and their party celebrate. That's the thing that frustrated me too, was I went through over 40 kilometers of brutal walking, killing my foot, and I missed the fun day. Today was the fun day of the walk, because you got to see the big viewing party. So I don't know how quick you can get up in StreamYard, Jacob.
Well, I'm getting there, Mr. Moore, for your money.
Okay, well, I just wanted to let you know.
Jeez, the world is so cold. I'm glad I brought these skis.
Whoa, it is cold in here. We got the AC cranked up so hard. Yeah,
oh,
see, look at that. Yeah. Big group of them here. Well, they had about 30, 20. Not everyone was in the picture in this, but they had about 30 people there tonight. So good on them. Oh, yeah, it's Connor and Nick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Looks like a great viewing party.
Fans.
The amazing thing is to see Argo fans and Ticat fans not having a fight.
I know. It's Catherine very watched the last couple of days. Wick was in the first picture.
That's my Facebook there, by the way. This is Firefighter Simulator 2014.
Like it. I think if you go back to the first picture there, Wick was in the first picture. He was in the Blue Bombers jersey. The
Saskatchewan Roughrider jersey.
No, he was in Blue Bombers jersey today.
But obviously amazing what they're doing. And Dan, congratulations on achieving as much of the walk as you did. If you are looking to donate to the CFL Fights Cancer Walk, I will make it easy for you. There's the QR code right there. Lane, do you see the QR code?
I do see it.
Good job.
What for doing is a great thing. So I want to give them another shout out. So
absolutely. So all the money that they're raising is going to the Cancer Care Manitoba Foundation. The way this works is wherever the Grey Cup is being held, that's the city that they raised for the cancer societies for. And this year it's obviously in Winnipeg. So they are raising it for the Cancer Society, Cancer Care Manitoba. So if you just either scan this QR code or you click on the donate button, and it'll take you through all the steps on how to donate. Their goal is to raise $100,000 as a whole. There's a whole bunch of CFL Fight Cancer groups that are doing this. And it is great that, the team here in the Hamilton, Toronto area is achieving what they're achieving and walking as much as they're walking. I am very impressed they can walk that much. I know they say every day is leg day, but I don't think I would have a leg if I did that.
It's so hard, and it shows you the power of the mind, right? Because I kept thinking the whole time, oh, I'm not going to make the goal. I'm not going to make the goal. And I kept making it. I kept making it further than I thought, So give these guys a lot of credit for
You know what, Dan? I know why. Because when you were doing it?
What?
You know what you were thinking of?
What?
You were thinking of him.
Oh, yeah.
Firefighter Simulator guy from Firefighter Simulator 2024 or 2014, one or the other, who instead of saving the building, took a selfie. What a legend.
Actually, it's a fire truck. There's a gas truck in the background, not a building.
Whatever. You know what, Dan? You should still be very proud of your achievement.
Well, thank you.
No, Dan. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
But now let's get into who we all feel was our player of the game.
Yeah.
And I am going to start off with the player of the game for me. And for me, the player of the game was the 26 Campbell from the Saskatchewan Roughriders with that pick 2. I mean, to read that play perfectly, jump it with precision, and then run about 100 yards for 2 points.
Good pick.
And again, remember there, if Trevor Harris doesn't kick that punt, which creates the rouge, they're not going for that 2-point convert. So also big ups on Trevor Harris for that play. But for me, Campbell is my player of the game with that incredible play that sealed the game for the Roughriders.
Nice pick.
Mr. Dashko, dashing through the snow in your Toyota Corolla. Who's your player of the game? I can't think of anything else. Who is it?
Hey.
Well, I'm going to go with Trevor Harris. I feel like, I was pretty critical of him, but, I thought he really bounced back, especially after that bad game today.
He took a pill and he bounced back.
Yeah, 12 for 27, 219 yards, 1 touchdown, and a 69-yard throw. 8.1 yards per average. I think that's pretty good. I got to give it to Trevor Harris. He had a bad game last week, but, I was pretty critical and saying, maybe Father's time caught up, but that definitely has not.
Well, I will say Trevor Harris, when they needed the big plays from him, they got it. Whether it was the punt that forced a 2-point convert, whether it was taking some deep shots down the field, making some key completions to chew the clock up towards the end. Yeah, Trevor Harris did enough. It wasn't his best game of the year, but he certainly did enough.
When was the last time we saw a quarterback make a punt? That was incredible.
Last playoffs when Vernon Adams Jr. did it.
Well, yeah, I knew you were going to say that. What I was going to say is...
Well, then why did you ask?
Oh, because the viewers didn't know you were going to say that.
So, Key, who is your player of the game from this one?
Ooh, I was going back and forth a bit, but I'm actually going to go with Mario Anderson Jr. He, rookie running back, he got 2 touchdowns, which is amazing. You not only get your first touchdown, but you get your second one, too. And he made the game scary for Saskatchewan. So I'm gonna go with the rookie that really had a shining night.
That's actually a great pick. If Anders, he made some big plays and big moments, finishing the game with 34 yards and 2 TDs. And what I loved, especially the first TD, Winnipeg just looked stunned that they handed off the ball to him. Because they're like, let's off the field. They're not going to run the ball. And then Anderson's just like, hold my beer. And he went out and did it. So, yeah, that's a huge game. And you got to look, without those 2 touchdowns, you don't win this game. Even without one of those touchdowns, you don't win this game. But last but certainly not least, the man, no matter how cold he is, refuses to wear a sweater. Dan, who is your pick?
Why should I wear a sweater at the end of August? But anyway.
Hold on. You literally took a sweater on day 1 of your walk, and it was the end of August.
Yeah, because I was walking in the middle of a night bowl by the water.
No, you just like to be grumpy. We have cranky Danny, but anyway.
No, I can't. I'm not grumpy, but I feel the cold.
Danny.
I'm a wimp when it comes to the cold. I'll admit that, but I'm not grumpy.
Just the cold?
Just the cold. Yeah. See, when you call me grumpy, I'd insinuate old.
You literally call him Cranky Jakey all the time. I think he gets this one opportunity to say Grumpy Danny.
But he literally is Cranky Jakey.
When he's mad, he looks real pissed. It's Grumpy Danny with his fist. Grumpy Danny.
Okay, it does kind of work, but
anyways,
somebody shows about Dan.
Who's your player of the game?
Grumpy Danny.
Yeah,
Dan's a TV actor in the making.
Yeah, I've had people tell me that I would be an amazing cartoon character. For whatever
you would. Honestly.
Dan, player of the game. Who is it?
Stop got me off. Well, I'm shocked that no one picked my pick, but I'm going to make a pick on. I'm saying AJ Ouellette. I really think today was the battle of the running backs of Brady Oliveira and OJ Ouellette. And I think OJ Ouellette doesn't get the credit that he deserves as being one of the top running backs in the league. Being top in the league, you always think of Brady Oliveira. You look at Mills in Calgary this year. You look at Buckler. in Vancouver. So AJ Ouellette, since he's left the Argos, has always been kind of a middle of a pack running back. And I don't think that's true. I think he is probably the second best in the league besides of Brady Oliveira, but that could be different this year. So in fact, unfortunately, he didn't hit 100 yards just because he the rookie for Key mentioned player of the game. I forget his name, Anderson Jr. Is that it?
Mario Anderson.
Thank you, Mario Anderson Jr. He got a couple of amazing plays there. But if you added his yards to Ouellette's yards, he would have easily had a 100-yard game. And yeah, I'm going to pick him as my player of the game.
Ouellette did have a big game. I'm surprised I'm the only one that picked anyone from the defense.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because I thought both defenses played great.
They really did. Like 5 sacks.
Saskatchewan's getting all the sacks.
And fumbles.
Mayor Thurman with 5 defensive tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery. Malik Carney with 3 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a tackle for loss.
Willie Jefferson had a couple of nice tips.
Tavon Campbell was the one that I took just for the play at the end of the game. But yeah,
good ones.
I will say though, this is setting up for the next 2 games. Better be good because we got a hell of a game 1 in the Labor Day weekend. But why have all you guys? Oh my gosh, excuse-moi. Why have all you guys? Do you guys like only 3 games over Labor Day weekend? Because I personally actually hold on. Hold. Gas or ass? I don't know why Dan keeps punching me and Dan's trying to tickle.
Because it's the piano of the music.
But gas or ass here.
Hey, lady.
Having only 3 games on Labor Day weekend really takes you out of Labor Day weekend.
Gas.
Should
be like the NFL, you can say whatever you want about the NFL, but they know how to do a holiday right. Like when they do their Thanksgiving, like it's an actual Thanksgiving. There's games on at like 10 in the morning, and there's a game on in the afternoon, and then the Lions are playing, and they always have the same game. So the Lions are playing, the Vikings are playing, who's playing, the matchups, ahead of time. They do it right. Like I feel like they do all the major holidays. They do New Year's Eve,
Christmas too, I think.
Yeah, Christmas too. Bucks, especially basketball, like these.
Basketball.
This is the one chance you get to like kind of like really go ham with this. You got Labor Day Classic. You don't have hockey yet. Baseball is kind of there, but it's still kind of isn't in its playoff form. This is your one chance to kind of bring a lot of viewers in. You should have every team playing starting at like 10 in the morning, have a game, 1 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, 7 at night, 10 o'clock, run them.
Now, unfortunately, you can't have them all play because we have 9 teams, and it takes.
That's why you need a 10th team. I keep saying that.
But I do think like there should be. You have your Hamilton always plays Toronto. You have your Saskatchewan always plays Winnipeg. You have your Edmonton always plays Calgary.
Battle of Alberta.
So why don't we just have Ottawa always plays Montreal? Vancouver just gets a bye every Labor Day. Or do those 3 teams between Montreal, Vancouver, and Ottawa, they rotate playing each other? Maybe what it is for that is the loser gets eliminated from the next Labor Day game, and then another team comes in and plays the winner from last year.
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting.
What do you think, Key? Like, are you seeing what we're saying, or do you feel like 3 games is enough?
I'm gonna say a nice ass. I see where you guys are coming from.
I do have a nice ass. Thank you.
But I think I don't like any of the remaining matches. So I don't like BC versus Montreal. I don't like BC versus Ottawa. But maybe we do something to where Edmonton and Calgary will play in the morning, and then they take a break, and Toronto Hamilton plays, and then Edmonton and Calgary play each other again, like where they play 2 games in a day, kind of thing, something like that.
No.
Well, McLeod Buffalo Thompson would cry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I do like the idea of. I'm going to kind of pivot on your idea a little bit there, Key. And instead, do you just do it where all 3 games are on one day?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Show in the morning, which I've said this too. TSN should do some kind of CFO Insider show once a week, the way they do the NFL live show.
I'm surprised they don't.
Hours and a bunch of guys yelling and screaming at each other for half of it. But if they did like a half hour once a week show, I think that'd be great. Number two, if you did it where there's a pregame show in the morning, so I get up at 9 in the morning and I could start drinking my specialty drinks at 9:30. Then first game at noon.
Yeah, it's early.
So noon to 3, 3:30 to 6:30, 7 to 10.
I ain't setting my alarm on a holiday.
Labor Day Monday is just football.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah.
To me, it was just kind of weird. Like truthfully, tonight, do you know what I just wish? I wish there was another game on right now.
Yeah.
Like we just watched an incredible game. Wouldn't it be great now to just be able to just say, okay, another one?
Yeah,
I'm going to say something crazy
Another
here.
one.
I'm going to say something crazy here.
With the best music.
This is something we haven't thought of on the island yet, but we're thinking about different ways that the CFL market itself and different partners. Why not partner with Canadian University football and have a university game televised during the Labor Day weekend? Whatever, it was the same game. Oh, let's say Saturday. There was no CFL game on Saturday, so why doesn't the CFL partner on a Saturday broadcast for a university game in Canada? Why not do like CFL future picks? So
that would take a long time to build interest, I think, because it would be a gamble.
Oh, for sure. Life is a gamble.
You're not going to get everyone to fall in love with college football in Canada right off the bat. It's gonna be a process.
Well, for sure, but I think it's an opportunity that the CFL could utilize to market itself better, right? I think we've been talking in the past here what the CFL can do better. I think that's one of them. You look at the NHL. Look how the NHL constantly partners with the CHL, the OJ.
Now, see, I think I would do that more with the Vanier Cup. I think the Vanier Cup should be the same weekend as Grey Cup weekend.
Well, I agree with that, but I'm saying for Labor Day, if we got you say it's only 9 teams, right? So you can't really add more games, but why not add another league to it?
Or maybe it'd be cool if they did. It would be if you could do like a Legends game of flag football.
Ooh.
Like have legends from both teams play like a little 6-on-6 flag football game.
I like that.
Like get like a Damon Allen versus Danny McManus. Well, no, Calvillo wouldn't work. So that's Montreal.
Oh yeah, but he's the best one.
But like have like a legends game. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think the CFL could do more because the Labor Day games are incredible in my opinion. They're some of the best games you'll watch all year. But I think what the CFL needs is there a moment where you're just kind of looking and going, but wait, there's more. And right now they just don't have that moment. I am absolutely loving this gift generator I found online, so I'm going to use it. But
that guy's awesome. What's his
Billy
name?
Mays.
Yeah,
with another incredible project. By the way, if you guys have never watched Djibouti Dubs, when you're done watching the Streakers Island podcast, head over onto YouTube and watch Djibouti.
Well, my favorite is Mr. Swift. Remember with the boat? I cut his boat in half. That's not Taylor Swift. What's his name? Something Swift.
Phil Swift.
Phil Swift. That's it. Yes.
But I want to ask you guys now, though, which game do you think is going to be more exhilarating tomorrow? Calgary, Edmonton, or Toronto, Hamilton?
Toronto, Hamilton.
Toronto, Hamilton. I think I want to say Edmonton, Calgary, of course, but I did pick Edmonton to win. I think it's either going to be Edmonton wins it like 18-15, or Calgary might steamroll them. I don't know. I don't think it's really going to be all that much of a nail biter. So as much as I don't want to say it, it's without question Toronto and Hamilton is going to be the one that's going to keep you on your toes.
Good answer. I'm surprised you said that. Good answer.
But see, I actually think both games are going to be great because I think you have Edmonton playing at a higher level, and this does bring me to another one
Well,
4.
Toronto and Hamilton is going to be a bloodbath, though.
Gas or ass, Edmonton's winning streak, and this isn't my opinion, Edmonton's winning streak is not impressive because they've done it against backup quarterbacks. That's what Davis Sanchez said in the halftime report on TSN.
I say total ass. I totally disagree with him. I look at Nick Arbuckle. Yeah, maybe on paper and by the financing accounting department, Nick Arbuckle's a backup quarterback, but he is leading for the league this year in rushing in yards to a quarterback. Okay, like he's definitely not the backup. So, and Cody Fajardo. Sorry, Key, I know you're a huge Ford fan, but in my opinion, Cody Fajardo. Oh, wait a minute. Cody Fajardo can't play himself. Well, delete that comment. But, I
see what you're saying.
But I think just because of that comment about Nick Arbuckle, it makes it completely irrelevant.
Well,
I get with Montreal and Ottawa, yeah, they're the backup quarterbacks, but we're still good teams on paper. I mean,
well, and I'm going to say especially for Ottawa because Dustin Crum's also won as a starter this year twice.
Yeah, exactly.
So to me, it's 100% ass because even if you look at the last 5 games, they almost beat Saskatchewan and then they almost beat Hamilton. Then they beat Montreal. They beat Toronto, who remember Toronto just spanked BC. Right. And people are saying, going into that one, Nathan Rourke's got a chance to win MOP. BC's got a chance to get back into the conversations for top in the West. And then Toronto spanked them. And Dustin Crum, will say what you want about him, but he is known for making comebacks. So as they have to call it their comebacks. And in that game, your quote-unquote backup, 23 for 29, 277, and a touchdown through the air, and 10 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. So, Dustin Crum put up over 300 yards combined.
The only game I can say you could debate that would be the Montreal game.
Yeah, of course.
But the other two, I think, is irrelevant. What do you think, Mr.
But
Dasco?
Even the Montreal game.
Yeah, I think it's ass. It's just disrespectful. See, I don't know why the CFL does this. And it's not on them. I don't know if it's them or if it's just TSN. It feels like they just put down the league constantly.
Yeah.
You have Luke Wilson being like, "Whoa, this is terrible." And you got Davis Sanchez being like, "Backup quarterbacks, they shouldn't be winning in this league. It's a joke." I'm like, why are you telling your fans to I don't get it, man.
Great point. I think with Sanchez and
imagine you're watching the Leafs on Sportsnet, and then the guy comes on and is like, "Well, the Leafs suck, so I don't know why you watch it."
I know.
The refs don't make good call. The refs don't make consistent penalty calls. This league's a joke. Come on, you got to lie a little bit. You got to add intrigue. You should be saying, "Wow, look, we got backup quarterbacks winning. Look how great our league is."
Exactly, 100%.
I turn it around.
I do take that spin. We have backup quarterbacks putting up starting quarterback numbers. Look how much talent there is in the quarterback room.
Such a negative.
Look at how many any backup NFL quarterbacks do what backup CFL quarterbacks do? I don't think so. Do you
see, Lane, give me a random backup in the NFL.
Give
me a name.
I don't try to think of one. I'm literally trying to think of one.
Okay, Carson Wentz.
There you
Could
go.
Carson Wentz start every game in the NFL and lead the lead in passing yards?
No.
Could
Anthony Richardson.
Could Anthony Richardson be second in the league in touchdown passes?
No.
Do you think Anthony Richardson can win a game?
No.
That's my point. I think the CFL actually has more starting quarterbacks than teams. I don't think Trey Ford necessarily should be a backup. I just think it was a situation where they had to make a switch.
Yeah.
But I do want to remind the viewers here, if they are interested in starting their own streaming show, number one, make sure you look over at Streakers Gaming and see how we can help you with that. You can create custom props, create your own channel. And there's all kind of awesome stuff there. Lane is starting his own show soon called Sports Talk with Lane. And Lane, let's say you need StreamYard. Guess what? You can get $10. You can get $10 off.
$10
by following our link.
Head.
So make sure in the comment section you see
$10
that
more dollars than I have right now, but
exactly.
/519-582-700-556-032.
Wow, that's a talent. We know those numbers.
Give me credit. I could read all that, and I'm dyslexic.
I was gonna say, man, I didn't want to say it on live. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, that's like me with cerebral palsy walking 40 kilometers. Yours is a lot quicker and less painful, though.
We're breaking barriers every day on the island. But again, if you're interested in streaming and you're looking for StreamYard, follow that link, save $10 off, and also reach out to us at Streakers Gaming. And Craig Weisenfeld, a.k.a. Chazzy, a.k.a. Stamps Legend 46. I actually don't think he's 46, but maybe he is. Dan probably won't tell me, though.
What?
How old's Craig? He has no
45.
I think he's 46.
85? Wow.
85?
No, 40.
He's looking,
good looking.
He's looking really good for, like, somebody see him going to be like, Chazzy, you're looking really good for your age at 85.
No,
what have you been drinking lately?
I haven't drank. But, I mean, you know what? So make sure you do give us a follow there, and we can give you a hand. But
we missed Key's opinion on Gas.
Exactly, you guys did.
I'm sorry, Key.
Jacob is so busy getting his advertising in.
Because you guys totally...
No, I remembered. That's why I said something.
Well, I know, but Jacob...
Oh, yeah, because he's so busy getting his ads in, Ver.
No, he just doesn't want to hear from me. So
I want to hear
from
you. The floor is yours. Okay. I even muted Dan's mic so he can't interrupt you.
Okay, all right.
Mute my mic.
I think it is complete ass because... Arbuckle is not... Arbuckle, sure, he might have used to be a backup quarterback, but he is not playing like a backup quarterback at all. And just because Montreal isn't perfect doesn't mean that it's some little league, like, junior high team they were playing. Gosh, like, come on. The only reason they're saying that is because Edmonton used to be the city of champions, so they think it's all cool to be city of champions. That's the only reason.
I do agree with you, actually. I think it's just people just don't want to admit that the Elks, I think, have found a solution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel with Cody Fajardo, even if they don't make the playoffs this year, which I'm not saying that they won't, by the way. I think Edmonton still is a legitimate... I don't think any team's season is written off at this point yet.
No, we could cross over.
I still... Okay, unpopular opinion. I still think Edmonton can get back in the West.
Really?
But you're looking at Edmonton, even if they don't make the playoffs this year, hypothetically. I think they have built a really good foundation with Mark Kellum, and if they can keep Cody Fajardo in at quarterback and maybe just find one more really good receiver, I think they're right there. I think this Edmonton team, because I really think they're lacking in receiver depth, I think they're right there.
Yeah, I think Rankin has almost, cradled the receivers.
Yeah,
he has.
I think the problem is Mark Kellum.
Why?
Way you look at you spent.
What?
I do. Way you look at you spent the most money you possibly could on defense. You spent the most money you could on defensive line with Robbie Smith, with legendary Argo. I miss that guy so much. You have one of the best future quarterbacks in the CFL in Trey Ford. You have one of the best veteran quarterbacks in Cody Fajardo. So you have all this at your disposal. You have Lincoln and Leak, by the way, who is your future punt returners and running backs. You got all of this at your disposal, and you've only won 4 games. That is a result of a rookie coach. This team needed a veteran coach.
I love Ford, and I always will. I'm not going to say that I don't, but what I am going to say is that it was Ford why we lost those 5 games. It was
for sure.
It was always crunch time. It was always that it was like 1 or 2 plays we could have won the game. It has nothing to do with the coach. It's Ford's
I think it does.
panic.
Well,
it's Ford's panic.
Well, that's what a coach's job is to do, is to calm down the young players, right? And it's like the Maple Leafs.
Do so much though.
It's like the Maple Leafs. Okay, they actually did do this in hiring.
There you go, Dan.
Oh, okay. I really like John Lithgow. He's awesome.
I love that guy.
He's a genius. But no, I'm not wrong. You look at the Maple Leafs of hiring the rookie coach and
look at this way he says his whole point.
Not Doofus. Who was the rookie coach?
Sheldon Keefe.
Thank you, Sheldon Keefe. So you spent the maximum salary cap. You got the legendary Cole Four. You got all this money, and you hire a dumbass coach. And Edmonton did the same thing. They have all this money, and a new ownership, the biggest arena in the league, and they hire a rookie coach.
First of all, okay, since I'm talking, now we can have some right here. Mark Killam is not a rookie coach. He's a veteran coach in the CFL. He's just not he's a rookie head coach.
I get that, but you need a veteran head coach.
Number two, everything you blamed on is on the general manager and not the coach. He spent too much money on defense and not enough money on wide receivers. You can't win if you can't score.
Yeah.
Number three, the GM gave Trey Ford all the money and said you have to make him the starter. Number four, the GM also said the CFL has no superstar talent and made no good players want to play there.
Oh, yeah, that was really
You put all those together.
I'm shocked he still has a job.
Have been stacked against Mark Killam, and he has found a way coming into Labor Day that Edmonton still has a legitimate chance to make the playoffs. No one was expecting Edmonton to be a Grey Cup contender this year. They wanted them to be a contender to have a chance to make the playoffs, and right now that's what they've done.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I think Mark Killam has done a good job.
You get a gold.
We're only going up from here. You're not going to see us crash and burn next season. I know you all want to, but sorry.
No, I like Edmonton. I have nothing against Edmonton.
I don't know, Dan. I just think you're crazy. Like, I think Edmonton fans next year will be doing this dance.
Yes.
What a great show. I think that's the best show of all time.
Third Rock from the Sun was a phenomenal program.
Yeah.
Not as phenomenal as the Speakers Island podcast.
Emmanuel.
But just as a reminder, there are still 2 more games going on this weekend, and we will have live shows for them both. We'll have a pregame show tomorrow around between 1 and 1:15, and that'll lead us right into the Toronto Argonaut versus Hamilton Ticat game. And that pregame show will cover both the Ticats games, Ticats versus Argos, and the Elks versus the Stamps. Then after that, we will have our post-game show, which will wrap up both of those games. Lane is so excited about them. He had to hide his face in excitement. But the props for those matchups, for the first one is Nick Arbuckle for 300 yards. Mackay Polk, 5 receptions. Bo Levi Mitchell, 3 passing touchdowns. And Kenny Lawler, over 90 receiving yards. Remember, all these are in the Streakers Island podcast sports booth on the Streakers app. And for the next game, Cody Fajardo, 269. Yes, added it in 69 because I have the power. 269 yards. Justin Rankin, 100 rushing yards. Calgary, Vernabs Jr., 2 passing TDs, and Damian Alford, 75 receiving yards. Those are props for that game. But I think it is time that we wrap up for tonight, as we will be back tomorrow, so don't worry. And the beautiful thing is I will not be doing the show by myself tomorrow. I hope that will not be happening for a while. So,
are we going to be doing the picks tomorrow morning then?
Yes, we will do our Streakers picks. Give you guys time to think about those Streakers picks. You know I like to do the picks last minute. I like all the information. What if we find out by tomorrow that Bo Levi Mitchell hurt his weenus and now he can't play? That might change your pick.
I would cry and I would not turn. I would be done with Labor Day if Bo Levi was out. That would be enough for me to just call it a day.
The only thing is, I think if he hurts his weenus, I think he'll still play.
Well, if we wake up tomorrow and the air quality is bad tonight, and we didn't get
no,
a good
we're
night's
fine.
sleep.
Trevor Harris already played.
I know. I think it's a joke. I thought it was
but
fun.
thank you. But I do want to say thank you very much for watching the Streakers Island podcast. Make sure you like us on Facebook, right over Dan's face. And like and subscribe on YouTube. I don't know why Dan's trying to eat the YouTube bell. Lane's like, I didn't hear no bell, but it is time that we go. So thank you very much for watching. I'm the self-proclaimed sports analyst, joined by Mr. Lane Dashko, Key, and more for your money.
Woo!
We'll be back tomorrow with pre and post games.
Bye-bye.
Don't worry, we still won't